Hello and welcome back to the Spookins Horror Channel, a place for us to speak about all things horror related. I am Sam.
I'm Sarah.
Today we are doing something new for our channel, little live trailer reaction. So we're going to watch the Final Destination Bloodlines trailer. Neither of us have seen even a snippet of it
No.
yet. So this will be a genuine first watch for both of us.
Yeah, and I have avoided almost all information about this film as well. So I really don't know what I'm about to see.
I have learned a very basic and broad plot concept. But outside of that, I have seen nothing also.
Yes, we'll see. I'm really excited because I've said it before, Final Destination is one of my favourite, it's like my first favourite horror franchise, so I'm really excited. I don't know if it's going to be good, probably won't, but we'll see.
Good.
Okay, do you want to press play? So I think that's a really interesting concept for a Final Destination movie. I think it completely throws everything else out the window. But they kind of had to, didn't they, really? Because the fifth one kind of takes the whole thing full circle, doesn't it? So, spoiler alert, I guess, for the fifth one. It's a really old film at this point.
Yeah, you've all seen
And if
that.
you're watching the Bloodlines trailer, and you haven't seen the others, what brought you here? Because at the end of the fifth one, they're on the plane to Paris, aren't they? And it takes it full circle. So they're on flight 180 and it's a secret prequel.
Yeah.
So they kind of had to do something completely new.
Yeah, it's a good way around it to say even if you've kind of survived it in the past, it'll still come for you at a later date. I wonder how Death decides how many years he's going to wait.
That's what I mean.
Before he starts.
What's interesting to me is how are they gonna? Why did Death wait that long?
Yeah, he's like, you know what, mate, 60 years, I'm coming.
That's
for you.
a long time for Death to bide his time. It's like, was he like, okay, I gotta go mess with these high school children for a little while? And was he doing it before that? Just in the 90s, he was like, hold fire. I got some kids to mess with. And then I've got some college students to mess with. And then I'm going back to high school to mess with them again. For a long time, Death was just like, I hate young people. And now he's come back.
And it's like, wait, you may not be young anymore. So that's what it is, isn't it? He hates young people.
Yeah.
She aged out of him. So he had to wait for her to have some people who aged
and
into it.
for them to have children as well. Yeah, so I'm excited for that. I think it's a really good concept. I thought that potentially someone else would be coming back.
Before it was
I knew nothing about this trailer, but my sister is a big fan of Final Destination as well. She watched it and was like, don't watch the trailer. And my assumption was it was going to be a cast thing. Oh, yeah, sorry, Claire. Hi. My assumption was it was going to be a cast thing and that it was going to reveal, somehow, even though they're 100% dead in the universe, Alex or Claire was going to come back. But I guess if we were thinking about the ones that could possibly come back, it could only really be the ones from number 2. And does anyone actually really remember them? Could you tell me their names right now? No. Could you tell me the actors right now? No. So I like this concept. I like this a lot. The later films are more how's it going to get you?
Yeah.
And like I said, they used to be, I think it was IMDb forums. Someone would present you a very regular scenario and then other people comment just wild ways that people could die in that scenario and they would pick the best one. And it just really reminds me of this because it's is it going to be the glass? Is it going to be the trampoline? Is it going to be that rake that I can see right there?
They just throw every single possible thing in a garden that could kill you and we'll show it on camera very meaningfully.
They know what the franchise is. They know what we're here for. And I love as well that you said he got Frankenhookered. So I'm I wonder if it is an homage to Frankenhooker. I don't know.
Definitely is.
There were some other references in there that I caught, but I can't remember what they were now. So I don't know why I've said it. I think they're calling back to things from the franchise, and it's a smart move from the film because no one thinks this film is going to be good.
No,
no one has faith in this film.
Yeah, and it's partially their fault for calling it Bloodlines.
It is their fault, yeah. Every film called Bloodlines sucks.
Every single sequel called Bloodlines is dreadful.
And also, it's been such a long time since... I mean, I said earlier it was a really old film. That's overselling it, I think, a little bit. It's not really old. It's not Nosferatu old, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a long time between sequels.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Especially
it felt like people thought it was a kind of a dead franchise. So, it is always...
Yeah, there's always been
risky.
Talks of another Final Destination, but this is like it's taken a long time to actually get here.
It's a hard one because every single installment has to think of a way to outdo itself, or there's no point in making it.
Yeah, you have to find that balance between it's like Saw. People are just watching this for the kills because that's what the franchise has become. No one's really thinking that deeply about the story. Like, it's an interesting concept. But at this point, people know what Final Destination is.
Yeah, you're in it for the
and you're
creative.
in it to watch the kills. But then you can't just keep topping them because that was what happened with the franchise originally. It focused too much on topping all of the kills and it really fell off.
Yeah, it becomes... Because Final Destination is at its best when it still kind of holds that air of realism.
Yeah, like the first one is a totally different film to all of the others.
Yeah.
And I think as well, it's because of the concept in the first film, they can take the time to be like, oh, what's happening here?
Yeah.
Whereas by the time you get to the sixth film, as the audience, we know what has happened.
Yeah.
And you have to find that balance as well of the characters finding out what's happened without boring the audience. But they have to kind of explore it because otherwise it's like, oh, you're so chill about the fact that you're dying and everyone's dying. Like, you need to connect the dots somehow.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah. So the first part of the trailer
a lot of lives that
is
night.
for people that know what Final Destination is. Like, we know that we're hyping up to a buck wild kill here.
Yeah.
But you're also trying to appeal to a new generation of horror fans who maybe don't know what Final Destination is. Then you have to also explain the concept.
Yeah.
And I think it does that well. It's a good balance.
Yeah, it seems to. I think it's a good trailer.
It's decent.
I think it's a good trailer.
Yeah,
I think they've done a good
tells us that, like, yes, there's going to be wild kills. This is what the film is actually going to be about. And I think it's interesting. I think even for Final Destination fans, they needed this bit because why am I going to come back and watch another one?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like you were saying, it's the same film over and over again. They just topped.
Yeah.
And they definitely ran out of ideas for topping it.
Yeah, absolutely they did. Yeah. It took progression in kind of tech and mindset and like society for them to make another one because ideas are now fresh and there's, as you said, there's a new audience, so they could probably go back and rehash a couple of things, and a lot of the new audience wouldn't know it had been rehashed.
And if they rehash things, it's like, oh, it's an homage. You know what I mean? Like,
you
so the
get away
original
with it in
fans
two ways.
will be like, oh, I recognize that. That's fun. That's cool. And then for new horror fans, they've not seen it before.
Yeah.
So it's cool to them anyway. Also, I love this outfit.
It's a good outfit.
This blue dress is it blue? Is it green? I don't
blue,
know.
Yeah, it looks blue.
I'm slightly colourblind. Anyway, whatever colour it is, I'm loving it. I really like this outfit. And this actress looks really familiar. Do you recognise her?
No, when it first flicked to her, I thought it was Jennifer Lawrence.
She looks so familiar. And I know that it doesn't even matter because she's not really going to be in the movie.
Yeah,
but
true.
Yeah,
she's
the flashback premonition. I wonder whether it's going to open with the flashback premonition or if it's going to open with the garden scene.
I feel like this trailer is the first 10 minutes of the movie, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like we probably get garden scene into funeral almost as quickly as we see it here.
Yeah, probably.
And then she goes on and explains this.
Yeah, probably. And I think there might be more surprises that they're not putting in the trailer.
Oh, absolutely, there will be.
I think you're right. I think this probably is the first 10 minutes or the first 2 minutes 24 of the movie.
Bum, bum, bum.
I think it probably is the first 10 minutes of the film. And then I think it's probably going to... It could go one or two ways. It will either take a surprising turn, and that's why they're hiding the rest of the movie from the trailer, or they're hiding the rest of the movie from the trailer because it's exactly what you think it's going to be. Yeah. It's just this... I'm worried that this is the only interesting thing about the movie. Because after the reveal of it being like coming for your family... It is just another Final Destination movie. And what I love Final Destination movies, I love them when they're creative and fun, not when they're just the same movie over and over again.
Yeah.
Like 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, but also you don't want it to be so different that it doesn't feel like Final Destination. Like it's a tough...
That's true. I think they've got a really difficult sell here.
Yeah, that's what happened probably to the last few that came out is that there's not a lot you can do because you want to stay true to the formula, but the formula's getting a bit old.
Yeah, the formula is getting old, and I think they, like I said earlier, they went all in on the kills, and they forgot to make the characters any good. So they kind of rectified that in the fifth one. The fifth one is one of the better later sequels for me, but it's not quite the same as the characters in like the first film or the second film. I love the cast of characters in the first film.
Yeah, no, they are good. Yeah, well, hopefully Iris will pick us back up and lead us to Final Destination
I'm so
glory.
Unobservant.
Huh?
That's
the
nice.
subtitles
told
me. Yeah.
Iris, like her eye, and they always have the zoom shot on the eye or the third eye. Yeah, that's nice. It's a bit on the nose.
Not her name.
Oh, not her name.
No, the one who looks like she's going to be the main character.
I reckon she'll probably also have a premonition. I think what might happen is that she has a premonition about the garden scene, and then the garden scene will happen, but not. They won't all die. It will just be the guy getting frankenhookered.
Yeah.
And then the grandma will have to explain to her
what's happening and how she stopped it before.
Yeah, I just think they gave her the name I for a reason. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I reckon she probably has a premonition about the garden scene where they all die, and she prevents it apart from who I'm going to assume is her dad or her uncle or something. And then it goes into this.
I think it was their granddad.
Their granddad.
I think it was granddad, yeah.
Oh, granddad was looking good for his age, especially, wow, okay. Okay, granddad. It's like an homage to Terry's death from the first one, where she just steps out into the road and is slam dunked by a bus. I also, maybe it's not even in the film, do you know what I mean? Sometimes they put things in the trailer that aren't in the film because
Marvel do it a lot.
They do, and maybe I'm giving them too much grace. I don't know, but I would think they would. That's quite a few kills in the trailer, and I don't know that they do that. But having said that, the monkey did.
Oh, the monkey gave us every single.
The monkey gave us every single kill in the trailer.
Did, yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe some of these scenes aren't in there.
Sue too.
Maybe that was just a sub too. Maybe that was just a little hee-hee.
Maybe, yeah. For
the fans. It's nice to see Tony Todd. That must mean this film's been in production for quite a while.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember when he passed. Was it last year?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't in the In Memoriam, was he? They missed him out of the In Memoriam. Or they gave him like the tiniest little...
I can't remember.
...snip.
Was it about the Oscars In Memoriam? Yeah, I can't remember. Someone was missed out, and I can't remember who it was. It might have been Tony Todd. But yeah, anyway, it's nice to see him here.
It is indeed.
I wonder if this is his final acting credit, because that would be great if it is. That he's just come back to Final Destination for his final acting credit. Oh, that's a shame. R.I.P. boss.
Yeah, rip Tony Todd.
Rip Tony
The
Todd.
horror world will miss you.
Yeah.
You legend.
So that comes out on the 16th of May in the UK. I don't know about US. They might already have it. They probably don't.
Already have it?
I don't know. Films come out at different times in the US, don't they?
2 months before. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Sometimes, I guess.
Pearl,
I mean,
no,
Y2K, we're just getting Y2K
Yeah, we're just
now,
getting
aren't
Y2K. And Pearl came out like a year before.
True, yeah.
My friend who lives in America kept telling me to watch Pearl. And I was like, my brother in Christ, I cannot.
Didn't exist.
So anyway, no, I assume it's not because I've seen American YouTubers reacting to this trailer as well. So it's probably not out yet.
I imagine it's the same, probably.
Yeah, and that's really exciting. And we're definitely going to go see it. On our tier list, it was ranked as one that we were like 100% going to see.
Absolutely.
So those were our thoughts on the Final Destination 6 Bloodlines trailer. Let us know what you think. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think maybe we've just got the first 10 minutes and something different is going to happen? Do you think it's just going to be exactly the same as every Final Destination film?
Where are you sitting after the trailer on the hype meter? How good do you think the movie's going to be?
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah. I mean, the
I don't
movie's
even
gonna
know
be
how I think, to be honest.
decent.
I think it's going to be bang average.
I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be a fun watch.
Yeah, I think it's going to be bang average, but I'm excited for it and I'm going to love it anyway because my bias will make me.
Oh,
I
sure.
even enjoy the fourth one. So, do you know what I mean? No, I'm probably going to enjoy this even if it sucks. So yeah, let us know what you think. Like the video, subscribe, comment, the bell, get notifications for when we make more videos. And yeah, thank you for watching.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.